Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to American Defender. That's right, I brought American Defender back to YouTube due to popular demand. So with that being said, we're outside here. I'm out here tinkering with the bikes, and before I did, I thought, you know what, let's celebrate the return of American Defender to YouTube by talking about a shotgun that I have here. Now, what I am going to be doing is two shows, one channel. We're going to be doing Hooking with Jim. We're doing my fishing stuff. That's not changing. And then we're going to bring American Defender back in. I'm going to change American Defender up a little bit. The American Defender posts may not be as frequent as they were at one point in time, but it's back. Okay. So today, what I wanted to talk about is a budget shotgun, because you guys know I love semi-automatic budget shotguns. I'm a huge fan of them. And this one also kind of couples another love of mine, all right? And that would be the Kalashnikov design, all right? So what we have here today is the JTS M12 right there, okay? That right there should be the screenshot or the icon, either way. So, it's empty, all right? It is empty. So this has a 20-inch chrome lined barrel, semi-automatic, 5-round box mag. Uses magazines that are very similar to a Saiga mag. They're not exactly a Saiga mag. Saiga mags will work in this. A lot of folks will look at this and think, oh, it's Vepr mags, because it has a, oops, drop my mag, because it has a mag well. No, this uses Saiga mags. Okay, let me grab this magazine. Okay. So, we'll sit that down there in a chair. So, this uses Saiga mags, not the Vepr mag, all right? Plastic furniture, of course. We have a sheet metal receiver, stamped. Same thing with the dust cover. It's a stamped dust cover with an aluminum pick rail on the top. We have the just plain Jane old Vepr style sights on it, an adjustable gas block that's 4 positions on the front from 0 to 3. It has a standard AK style trigger in it. It has the very stereotypical hinged dust cover, and if we get inside of here, I can show you that trigger group. You can see it's just a standard old AK trigger group. All right, there's nothing you know different about it, nothing proprietary. It's just a regular old AK trigger group. So, you know, those of you that like to install fun triggers, if you know what I mean, guess what? You can do it on here. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in here. All right, the bolt carrier and the bolt and the front and rear trunnion on this are also steel. They are not cast. Okay, so that is a big thing. That is a very big bonus on something like this. A lot of these more affordable, because again, like I said, you can get this for 250 bucks brand new. A lot of these more affordable Kalashnikov, Saiga, Vepr clones, they come with cast stuff in them. All right, this one does not. Okay, so performance-wise, this thing functions flawless. All right, it doesn't matter really what I put in it. It just runs. And because of the fact that I could come up here on the fly and adjust my gas setting without having to take the gun apart, it really makes this thing user-friendly. It really does. I've shot birdshot out of here. I've got about 500 rounds of it through it right now, as low as 1,145 feet per second. And I am still waiting for something to happen, some kind of malfunction, and it's not malfunctioned yet. Okay. As far as furniture goes, because I know a lot of you are going to want to know about the furniture, you're going to want to know, hey, can I put regular AK stuff on here? Yes, but with modification. The stock is a little different, okay? But a regular AK stock will go on here. There are modifications that you're going to have to do because this does not have a tang coming off the back like a regular Kalashnikov. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put a bolt in from the inside, and again, I'll show you that. I'm going to take this guy back out, and I don't know how well you guys, I can't see the screen, I don't know how well you guys can see that right there, but that's your bolt. Alright, so normally it would be back here, that's right there. So you're going to have to put the bolt in from there. You might also have to sand or cut the part of the stock that inserts into the rear trunnion. You might have to reshape that too, because the shape on this is just a little bit different, okay? But a lot of folks have put Magpul stuff on here. A lot of people will put a 6-position stock on here. There's an adapter that's made out there for it, to where you can do a 6-position stock. Personally, myself, you do you, okay? I don't like the 6-position on here. Personally, myself, I plan on doing a folder, okay? That is what I'm going to do, is a folder. The front hand guards are similar to the Vepr. All right, they're similar. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar. It doesn't have that block that comes up over the front to retain the lower front hand guard. It has a lever in there like an AK would, but you can if you're good with tools, you can get a Vepr one to fit. Saiga flat out won't fit because, well, if you guys remember, the Saiga hand guard goes way out to here. Okay, it's a lot longer. Well, some folks have complained about this lower hand guard coming loose. To defeat that, what you do is the rivet right there. You take a rounded end punch, put it right in the rivet, take you a hammer, give it a couple of whacks, and what that does is tighten that up, and it solves the problem. All right, and that really was more of a problem on the early versions of the M12. The newer versions that are coming out, they've been, refined, and JTS is really, they've listened to their customers as far as what's going on with these, and they've fixed all the issues. Our rear trunnion, sight block, and all that back here is milled. All right, this is a milled rear sight block. It is steel. All right, as you can see here, it is milled. Okay, it is not cast. All in all, it's a really a fun shotgun to shoot. The magazines are designed in a way to where you can kind of just push them straight in. You can pop them straight in like so. I have found that when removing them, you do need to do a little tilting action because they have the hook on the front like a Saiga does, and on the rear, okay? And you can get larger magazines. So I've found that if you kind of come in and wiggle it in like so, it's a little easier. You have the paddle style release on there, so it is ambidextrous. In that regard, you have your standard AK safety here. It does have the notch in it so that you can lock the bolt back, which is, in my opinion, it's a good thing for when you're going to the range. It's good for that, but really that methodology of it, it's kind of cheesy. It's just the way I look at it. All right, I've never really liked that methodology of locking the bolt back. It does not have a last round lock open because, well, a true AK doesn't have a last round lock open. What else can I tell you about it? Rivets look really good on it. They're fastened really good. All in all, guys, it's a fantastic gun. And this is the third one I've owned. And all three of these JTSs that I've owned over the years, they've all been flawless. As a matter of fact, if you go on YouTube or Rumble or wherever, and you watch videos on the JTS M12, now remember they have the T1 and the T2 as well. This is the original, okay? But if you watch videos on this, anybody who's being honest, and it's just about every video you come across on this shotgun, shows that this thing's 100% reliable, and it's actually a workhorse, okay? It carries along with that traditional Kalashnikov reliability. It has it, okay? So, being that in the past, you know, I'm a former Saiga and a former Molot Vepr owner, how would I say this ranks up there with those two? This is going to burn some people's shorts. It's better. It's better, and the reason it's better is A, it's more affordable, and B, it's not ammo picky. The Molot and the Saiga are both very ammo picky, where you have to have, you know, high brass and high power and heavy loads and things along those lines in order for them to function properly. This you don't. You don't even have to have brass. You can use just plain old target loads in this thing, and it runs 100% on. Okay, so you know, it's just an absolutely fantastic little shotgun. Again, it's not very heavy. I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's a shotgun, guys. It's made out of steel, all right? Probably weighs about 7 pounds, all right? If I had to guess. Uses Remington chokes, and feels good on the shoulder. Mounts up good on the shoulder. The grip that comes on it feels good. A Hogue grip will go right on here, all right? So, you know, if you want to customize this and trick it out and make it your own, which a lot of people have done. Some people have made SBSs out of them. And with the fact that the FRT triggers are now 100% legal, never to be taken off the market again, per court order, okay? This might be a really good candidate for an FRT right here. If you've ever wanted a shotgun that would function in that way, okay? Maybe we could call this the poor man's A12 in that regard. I don't know, it's up to you. So either way, there it is. The JTS M12. All right. There she is. 250 bucks brand new. Comes with two 5-round mags. They do make, JTS specifically does make a 10-round mag for it. People have gotten the SGM drums to work on here. You can get the Pro Mag drums to work on here too, but you have to cut out the mag well, and it just, I wouldn't do that. Just go get the SGM drum. It's a bigger drum, and the whole point of, you know, having a drum is more ammo. The SGM slides right in here because it's got a raised mouth on it, or the feed area on it is raised, and it slides right in. Okay, so that would be my suggestion if you wanted a drum. And anyway, I got to modify the gun. All right. So with that, I want to thank you all for tuning in to American Defender today. We have some fishing videos coming for Hooking with Jim, and hey, glad to be back on American Defender. Missed you guys, and remember to take a kid fishing, take a kid shooting, and I'll see you all on the flip. Bye now.